What's up YouTube? In this video we're going to be talking about R56 Mini Cooper S performance modifications and how much I've paid. It's less than you might think, so if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and stick around. You're going to want to watch this whole video. No matter which Mini Cooper you drive, please check out my Facebook group. It's called Mini Cooper DIY. It's for anyone who works on their own Mini Cooper. I'll leave a link to it in the description, or you can go to Facebook and type Mini Cooper DIY in the search bar. Let's get to the video. These modifications aren't in any specific order, and I will total everything together somewhere towards the end of this video. Okay, number one, and probably the most important, even though it doesn't make your car faster, is my Kryo treated timing chain. It's going to make it so you handle that power. You're going to need to replace your timing chain anyway. You might as well get a Kryo treated one. Mine was about $240 for the complete kit. I suggest you get a complete kit and get a quality one. If you're just going to replace yours, if you're not going to do a performance one, at least do OEM. Do not cheap out on your timing chain. But if you're going for performance, get a Kryo treated one and you can't go wrong. Next, I have a 25.5 millimeter hollow rear sway bar. Mine's from Way Motorworks. That was about $250. Next is my 27 millimeter H&R front sway bar. That was about $250 as well. Then I have fixed camber plates from Ireland Engendering. Those were $195. Next up is my Way Motorworks steel braided brake lines. Those were $100. Then I got my EBC Yellowstuff front and rear brake pads. Those were $295 from SpeedTech Motorsports. I got my Way Motorworks intake silencer delete. That was $60. Then I also have the Way Motorworks intake noise maker delete, which was $90. I have a Invidia Q300 exhaust, catback exhaust. That was $680. I have a K&N drop-in air filter. That was $50. And I also have a G Plus intercooler that was about $170 on Amazon. I upgraded my diverter valve with the Go Fast Bits DV Plus. Mine was $140. Next is one of the first mods I did, and if you're going to pull the head off your car, I suggest you do this mod as well. It's ARP head studs. They were $200. Powerflex torque arm bushings were $38. One thing that's really recommended that I only have one. I used to have two. I recommend you have two, but I'm switching to methanol injection pretty soon anyway, so it's not that important for me. But is oil catch cans. And with the can and the hosing that you're going to need to install it, it's about $50 per can. Next up is something that I only recommend that you upgrade if you're replacing it anyway, and that's the coolant hoses. I went with forged silicone coolant hoses. They were about $300. I think they're about $300. You can get cheaper ones, the Mishimoto ones, but I have the forge. They were $300. Okay, and these next 5 things I got as a package deal from MarioKart. The first thing is the MarioKart downpipe. The second thing, I got a JCW turbo. It was used. I got 1-step colder spark plugs. I got the Powergate tuning thing so I can do a remote tune from Mario. And then I also got a stage 3 tune from Mario. And all that together was $2,122. One of the other more important modifications I got is my Scanguage II. I definitely recommend you get a Scanguage II or an ultra gauge or any type of gauge like that where you can read your coolant temperature, your transmission temperature, your boost if you want, air intake temperature, fuel pressure. There's a lot of things you can read on it. I have the Scanguage II. Like I said, ultra gauge is kind of the same thing, but I prefer the Scanguage because that's what I have. The Scanguage II was $170 on Amazon. I'll put a total for everything I just listed at the end of this video, but next I want to list these things that I have for my car. I just haven't installed them yet. And the first thing is a Snow Performance Stage 2 methanol injection kit. That was $450. The next thing, well, I don't actually have yet, but it's coming, is it's also methanol injection, but it's a direct port kit from SpeedTech Motorsports. They designed it, and They're the only ones that have it. But those are also $450. They're sending one to me for free. The next thing up is a Cometic head gasket. I also got that from SpeedTech Motorsports. Those are also $99. He sent me that a while back. And then the next thing I have Powerflex torque arm bushings for the front, not torque arm bushings, but Powerflex control arm bushings for the front control arms. Haven't installed those yet either. But those are $70 for those. So the total for everything that I have installed already is actually a lot lower than I expected it to be when I add this up. It's $5,390. That's because I did all the work myself. If I would have brought that to a shop and got it done, you know, double or triple that, because you know, ARP headsets alone, that's not going to cost $200 to get those installed. That's just what it costs to pay for them. And then the total for the stuff that I don't have installed yet is $1,069. And again, I'm gonna install that myself. If I was gonna pay somebody else to install it, that'd be a lot higher. So everything together, uninstalled and installed, is $6,459. You know, with the odds and ends, coolant, extra bolts, probably about $6,600, somewhere around there. But again, if you were gonna have somebody else do the work, you'd be well over $10,000 for what I would have done to my car. If you've made it this far and you like these videos, please hit that subscribe button and please give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs down, and I'll catch you in the next video.